Hey everybody, Scott here from G System Videos. It is Wednesday. Apparently Wednesday is the new Monday for me. Because I just don't have it in me to make videos on Mondays because Mondays are such a busy day for me in other ways. I've got pottery class. I have my Sodomy Survivors Anonymous. No, that's not me. I'm just busy on Monday. I work Monday nights. I just don't have time to fuck around with this stuff on Mondays right now. I'm sure I'll come back. Wednesdays are much better. So today, this is special. I'm going to take you behind the curtain. I'm going to show you exactly how I do what I do. I'm going to give you a glimpse into my world. Lucky you. So, let's fucking do that. That is right. Today I am going to show you how I make a preset, how I make a custom preset. And this one isn't being made for anyone in particular. It's just made for me because I was listening to Whitesnake's Slide It In, which is my favorite Whitesnake record, because the guitars on that were just fucking awesome. And but they're not overly done. Like on the next Whitesnake album, there's so much reverb. Everything's so over the top. Although I do love the one with Steve Vai. And John Sykes is great on everything, but the way that they mixed it with all the reverb and everything, just a little bit much compared to Slide It In. Great song, by the way. And, you know, it's a love song. It's about a boy who loves a certain lady's vagina. It's a love song. Not a lot of metaphor going on there, but who gives a shit? It's fucking awesome. I'm going to show you my clean tone, the radial tri-modes tone by itself, and then how I use all the G-System parts to really fucking drive that bitch home. So, let's go over the G-System. I will show you what is what. All right, here is my clean tone. I've got the Princeton reverb turned up to about 4, which is pretty fucking loud. 5 is as far as I turn that amp up when I use it at rehearsals and stuff, although I will not be doing that anymore. But 4 is as loud as I want to turn it up here. It starts to break up a tiny bit. So here's what it sounds like. And here is how I have the tri-mode set up. So I'm going to just pull it up in front of the camera. Why not? The filter is almost at 12 o'clock. Drive is not very high, and it's on the medium setting, although I do have the intermediate gain drive here cranked. And the levels over here, it's top end's flat, the mid boosts are flat, so it's a fairly neutral tone. So let's give a listen to that. Okay, now the first thing that I do when I'm listening to a preset is I set up my compression. Most of the time the compression cannot be heard. Unless it's a super squeezy kind of compression, then my 555 or 666 will totally work. It just, it just tightens up a little bit. You don't really notice it. I find that the EQ, along with the compression, is my 1-2 punch for almost all my presets. That's where most of the tone shaping happens. And for this one, I'm pulling down some low end, some pretty lows, below the range of my guitar, just to tighten up the low end. Pulling down some mids, tiny bit. And accentuating some highs. Now I'm going to play you the Slide It In preset with just the EQ and the compression added. Let's give a listen to that. Now the next thing that I added to this one is some pitch shifter. My little trick where I use the intelligent pitch shifter, both in unisons, pulled way down. It's just a way of adding a little bit of girth to the tone. If your amp and your pedal aren't, I mean, this is a great pedal and a great amp. It's a good approximation of this tone by itself, but I'm just using all of the tools in my toolbox here to accentuate and bolster the tone. Not even boost, but you know what I mean. And the next thing here, I like to add a tiny little bit of quick slapback delay with a super low feedback. The cut's adjusted thusly to remove some low end, and a very low mix. Now I will play you that as well. So far we'll have, this will be with the EQ, the compression, the pitch shifter, and the delay on. And give a listen again. Next, a little bit of fun. Last but not quite least, well, not even last really. Let me go over here first. Let me show you the preset routing. Semi-parallel, gotta have it. It just sounds the best to me. Now the reverb. It's the main effect that you're gonna hear. You're not gonna hear the delay. You could hear the delay on the last clip, but once I add the reverb, it's just gonna add girth to the sound. So we've got the spring, super high pre-delay, as high as it gets, 1.5 decay. I almost always go square medium. They sound the best to me. And then clear also sounds great. For this one, it's a kind of a brighter sounding reverb. And everything's set thusly. Low mix on this one. Now, here is everything all together. You get all the pieces together, and this is what you get. It is a pretty fucking tight sound. So let's give a listen. There you go, everybody. A custom preset from nothing to something awesome. And yeah, this is how I do everything that I do. It's different for a lot of songs because, a lot of other songs have specific effects to them. This one is just really, getting the EQ and the reverb correct. And the compression for me. But, so, it's a good time. I was hoping to show you the new amp, but it's shipped yesterday from Carvin. I'm psyched. And I've got a new pedal coming, an old TC pedal, the vintage pre-drive. That's going to be the new overdrive for G-System videos when the new amp shows up. So we're going to do all kinds of fun stuff with that. And then I'll probably tear the amp apart and modify it in coming weeks. So more to look forward to. Fun, fun, fun. So, I will see you on Friday. And until then, rock on.